The life and sad ending of Bonnie Franklin. Bonnie Gale Franklin was born January 6, 1944, in Santa Monica, California, into a family of Jewish immigrants. Her father, Samuel Benjamin Franklin, originally from Russia, was an investment banker, and he later founded the Beverly Hills chapter of B'nai B'rith. His mother, Claire, was from Romania. Franklin was born fourth of her parents' 5 children. She had 2 sisters, Victoria Kupetz and Judith Bush, and 2 brothers, Bernard Franklin and Richard Franklin. When she was still very young, her parents enrolled all 5 of them into an acting and dancing school, but only Bonnie took the lessons seriously. It is not known where she began her education in Santa Monica, but she was admittedly a bookworm in her childhood, which prompted her mother to send her to the acting and dancing school. Interestingly, she liked her new hobby so much that she soon became an expert tap dancer. Encouraged by her mother, Franklin made her television debut at the age of 9, tap dancing with Donald O'Connor on The Colgate Comedy Hour, a popular comedy musical variety show on NBC. In 1954, she appeared as one of the Cratchit daughters in the Christmas Carol episode of Shower of Stars. In 1956, she debuted in the film, appearing in non-credited roles in Charles Lamont's The Kettles in the Ozarks and Alfred Hitchcock's The Wrong Man. In the latter film, she played one of the giggly little girls answering the door when Manny Ballestero came looking for witnesses to prove his innocence. In 1957, Franklin moved to Beverly Hills with her family, where she enrolled in Beverly Hills High School, graduating from there in 1961. Meanwhile, in 1959, she appeared as a non-credited dormitory girl in the romantic drama film A Summer Place. In 1961, after graduating from high school, Franklin entered Smith College, a private, independent women's liberal arts college in Northampton, Massachusetts, studying there until 1963. There, she performed in Amherst College's musical production of Good News. In 1963, Bonnie Franklin returned to California to study English at the University of California, Los Angeles. Concurrently, she restarted her career in acting, appearing as Sally in 2 episodes of the dramatic television series Mr. Novak in 1964. Her performance in Mr. Novak caught the attention of many in the industry, leading to a number of offers coming her way. One of them was Invisible Diplomat, a 22-minute film that released in 1965, in which she appeared as Trudy. In the 1960s, she also appeared as Sally in another short film titled You're the Judge. In 1965, she worked in several television serials. On February 21st that year, she appeared as Deborah in the Prudence Crandall episode of Profile in Courage. The series was based on Pulitzer Prize-winning book of the same name by U.S. President John F. Kennedy. Also in 1965, she appeared as Charlotte Burns in 1 episode of Karen, as Peggy Durrance in 1 episode of The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and as Janie in 2 episodes of Gidget. Thereafter, she appeared as Dory in 3 episodes of Please Don't Eat the Daisies. In 1966, she graduated from the University of California, Los Angeles. In the same year, she appeared as Janice in the Herman's Sorority Caper episode of The Monsters. In spite of enjoying relative success on the small screen, stage remained Franklin's first love. In 1968, she secured a small role in a San Francisco production called Your Own Thing and moved with the group to New York. There, she appeared in many Broadway and off-Broadway plays like George M., 1969, and Dames at Sea in the same year. In 1970, Bonnie Franklin received her stage breakthrough with Applause, a Broadway show based on Mary Orr's The Wisdom of Eve. Although Franklin had a small part in Applause, it earned her not only a Tony Award nomination, but also immense praise. She sang the title song, Applause, which became the most successful Broadway song that season, overshadowing many others. Concurrently with working in Applause, she did some small roles in other plays, such as 1,000 Clowns in 1971. In 1973, she appeared in Peter Pan and as Carrie Pepperidge in Carousel. In 1974, she returned to the television, appearing as Bobby Stone in a TV film titled The Law. In the following year, she appeared as Rita in one episode of Bronx, titled The Pickoff. The episode was aired on November 23, 1975. Bonnie Franklin became a household star when she started appearing as Anne Romano, a divorced mother of 2 young daughters, in a CBS sitcom entitled One Day at a Time. First airing on December 16, 1975, the show ran for 209 episodes, with Franklin appearing in 208 of them. The show concluded on May 28, 1984. Apart from working on One Day at a Time, she took up several other TV projects. In 1977, she appeared in the role of Stacy Skogstad in one episode of The Love Boat, aired September 24th that year. In 1978, she co-hosted Hanna-Barbera's all-star comedy Ice Review, a live-action animated television special, premiered on January 13th. In this program, she sang You Are My Lucky Star from Broadway Melody of 1936. From 1978, Franklin began to appear in a number of television films. In 1978, she was seen in the role of Shirley in the television film A Guide for the Married Woman. It was followed by Breaking Up is Hard to Do in 1979, Portrait of a Rebel, The Remarkable Mrs. Sanger, 1980, Your Place or Mine, 1983, and Sister Margaret and the Saturday Night Ladies, 1987. In 1988, she returned to the stage, playing the titular role in Annie Get Your Gun. In the same year, she also appeared with Tony Musante in Frankie and Johnny in The Clair de Lune, a 2-character play by Terrence McNall at the West Side Arts Theater in Manhattan. In the 1990s, Franklin appeared in a few television series like Hearts Are Wild, 1990, Burke's Law, 1994, Almost Perfect, 1996, and Touched by an Angel, 2000. However, the theater continued to be her priority, and she now began to devote most of her time to regional productions. In 1997, she performed in the play All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten at Ford's Theater, Washington, D.C. Then, in July 1998, she performed in the production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf at the Pittsburgh Public Theater. She founded classic and contemporary American playwrights with her sister, Judy, in 2001. In the mid-2000s, while continuing to act in plays like Toys in the Attic, 2006-2007 season, and Broadway Bound, 2008, Franklin also appeared in a number of staged readings in Greater Los Angeles. In 2011, she once again returned to television, appearing in one episode of Hot Cleveland, playing the mother of her One Day at a Time co-star, Valerie Bertinelli's character's boyfriend. On October of 2011, she performed in the production of Steel Magnolias at the Rubicon Theater, Ventura, California. In August 2012, she appeared in 11 episodes of The Young and the Restless. This was her last television appearance because she was soon diagnosed with cancer and therefore had to slow down. In her personal life, Franklin was married twice. On March 4, 1967, Bonnie Franklin married playwright Ronald Saucy. The marriage was short-lived, and their divorce was granted on February 15, 1970. On August 31, 1980, she married film producer Marvin Minoff and remained married to him until his death on November 11, 2009. She had 2 stepchildren, Jed Minoff and Julie Minoff, from this marriage. On September 24, 2012, Franklin was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Sadly, she died on March 1, 2013, at her Los Angeles home. She was 69 years old. She was buried next to Minoff at Mount Sinai Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles.